I feel today? Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We made it! We made it! We made it! We made it! And don't do that! And don't do that!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We made it! And let's go do that! And let's go do that!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We made it! And let's go do that! And let's go do that! It's a wrap. Game over.
Nah, this game is not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. All right. Throwback Thursday with my brother Kris, Gardner, Houston Roundball review. Now, don't adjust yours. I'll adjust mine. I was trying to let them see my Xavier University today. That's why
I want people to see my Josh Christopher shirt, man. That's what I want them to see. So yeah, Jay got his apparel line available downtown, that building where he plays sometimes. So yeah, you know, part of the media swag Rockets gave us to start the season.
Yeah,
so
man.
If it's free, it's me.
My favorite four-letter word, free.
To a point, because I want to get paid for my work too. So don't forget that either.
Yeah. I don't need no more exposure. I need a check. I need a cash out. I need a direct deposit.
Yep.
Kris Gardner.
No crypto. No.
Nah, we ain't doing crypto, man.
No, sir.
Hey man, some of these cats got their whole bonuses and stuff in crypto. Well,
Cade Cunningham did that. I think he was paid to be paid in Bitcoin or whatever crypto. Yep.
Man, I tell you, it's a lot going on, Kris. I want to talk about it all. We're gonna talk some NBA. We're gonna talk some college, and then we're gonna talk some election. Okay.
Let's do it.
I was telling Kim Davis that we need to do a show, but I don't want to just talk sports. I want to talk a whole bunch of stuff with her. So. It's you and me right now. Big win for the Rockets. I know it's early season and all that, but again, they beat the Mavs and 7 players in double figures, but they had a whole lot of turnovers, bro. A whole lot of turnovers.
Which has been the norm this season, and one reason why they only have 3 wins out of 15 games.
Yeah,
I checked the box score because I was at Tillman's building watching the Battle of Third Ward, and Rockets
wait. There was not a battle of Third Ward. There was a beatdown in Third Ward, but there was not a battle of Third Ward.
We're gonna talk about that because I got a lot of things to say about that too.
Okay,
nothing bad, just observations. Observations I made.
Okay,
but the Rockets won. Luka did not play last night. I posted comments from Jason Kidd, Mavs head coach, on my Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. That's a part of his press conference. I got that on the YouTube channel. Yes, that's right, folks. I do post comments from other teams, not just Houston teams, because global perspective, brother. That's what I do. So
do that.
So the Rockets blocked 19 shots last night. 19 shots, but they also had 23 turnovers.
A lot of turnovers, boy. That's a lot.
It's hard to do that on purpose, man. You know what I'm saying? 23, 24, 26. if they get less than 15 in a game, it's a miracle. I mean, man,
it's almost like going like 0 for 27 from 3. But I know they would never do that. I know they would never do that.
I mean, it really is hard to do it on purpose to get that many turnovers. But you know, they got the win 101-92. They have a Friday night. We'll have a retirement jersey number for the Big E, Elvin Hayes, in the game against the Pacers in town. So, Indiana's playing well. They got a leading candidate, Rookie of the Year, in Bennett Mathurin. So it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Two young teams.
Yes, and the Pacers have surpassed my expectations already. Mm-hmm. But, good for them. The season's still youngish, but it should be a lot of fun, a lot of athletes on the floor.
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton, Ben Mathurin, Jalen Green, KPJ. It'll be fun. Should be fun, hopefully.
Yeah. And we said it before, you cannot teach size, man. Size matters in the NBA. You got to have some size in the NBA.
My man, I read the box score, and Chronicle writer Jonathan Fagan, Alperen Şengün had 5 block shots last night, even stuffing Mr. Wood, Christian Wood, bless him. Just I'm doing what the old folks say. Bless his heart.
Bless his little heart.
He tried so hard to flex on folks in our first quarter. Jalen Green went at him, challenged him at the rim, and won. Come on, man. You're not who you think you are. Okay, right, let it go. See Wood.
Right.
Play well. Do your role, which he's pretty solid at.
Yeah.
Get that money.
Yeah.
Just be quiet, man. Nobody's afraid of you in the NBA. Come on, bro. Please. Come on.
Don't tell him. Keith Hennig said, "Hey, AJ and Chris, I'm driving today, so please entertain me. We got you, bro. We got you."
Well, he should be happy. I only saw bits and pieces of his Longhorns beating AJ's Gonzaga Bulldogs.
Just
want to put it out there, get your reaction.
All man jumped in on it right before I could hold you up. Never, ever, ever. No, not put it out there. Not plan, not by mistake, not on purpose. Give me the Gonzaga Zags. Don't give me that.
Apparently,
the Bulldogs. Are they the Bulldogs?
That's one of the nicknames. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're underwhelming to me.
But apparently, and let's talk about this too. We got a lot to talk about. But let's talk about the discussions, rumors, the discussions that it's progressing for Gonzaga to join the Big 12 at I don't know about soon, but in the near future.
Yeah. Aren't they a basketball only? I mean, I know they got other sports, but they don't have football, do they?
They do not have football.
Okay.
Which gets to one of my questions. Make it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
What monetary reason, what monetary value do they add? Will they add to the Big 12 if you don't play football?
That would be like Southern joining the SWAC. They don't have a football team. They would just be joining for what? Basketball?
I mean, they're supposedly going to join for all sports.
Yeah.
They don't have football, but Spokane, Washington, traveling to Orlando, Florida for women's basketball. Make it make sense to me. What about the student the student assets, their well-being? What about that? Doesn't make sense to me.
With just to address Allmat's question or statement, big win.
Yes.
I mean,
Chris Beard, one of your favorite coaches, Chris Beard.
You on the roll today, boy. I would just call you Butter because you on the roll today, boy. Yeah, I mean, again, I give credit where credit is due. They went out there and beat them. Now the question will be, will the Longhorns be there at the end of the year? Because Gonzaga typically is. They don't do anything past that, but Gonzaga is typically there first or second seed. Where's UT going to be? That's the question.
And will UT, I mean, man, I know it's November 2022, but I'm already looking ahead to November 2023. But man, just imagine for at least a year or two, the Longhorns, Baylor, Kansas, Houston, men's basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I'm looking so forward to that. But this year,
the
Longhorns have to deal with Kansas and Baylor.
Yeah.
So let's see what y'all do against them come conference play.
Yep, absolutely. Chris, we got to take our first break.
Yes, sir.
We'll come back with more Throwback Thursday right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3. We'll be right back right after this.
This is a BS3 Network presentation. politics.
They'll write the law, but they'll enforce it differently. Is that going to apply both ways?
Religion.
God never said that we can't reason together. Matter of fact, he said, let us sit and reason together.
Relationship.
I believe that everybody wants and needs somebody.
From a man's perspective.
They say, girls, if I put some polish on that and get him to buy some different clothes, girl, he could be a winner chicken dinner.
Join the thought engineer.
There's nothing wrong with me developing my piece and you developing your piece, but understand the goal is to come together.
And comedian John Yogi.
Negro, I don't need you putting on no chapstick up there in the pulpit. You do that over there in your chair.
Get ready for
Man Talk Monday. Woo!
Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central.
Man, that show is not for the faint of heart, boy. They go in. If you're real sensitive and you thin skinned, you might want to miss that one. But if you like good, strong talk, let me tell you something. Man Talk Monday is what it is on the BS3 network. You got a Roku streaming device, just download BS3 TV and you'll have it right there. But you got to check out Man Talk Monday, man. That thing is fire. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review is also fire. Got him with me on Throwback Thursday. I had to go over to my daughter's school today. And they had a little Thanksgiving thing, and I didn't understand the assignment. I'm thinking if you're having a Thanksgiving event at the school, you're providing some kind of food, right? There's some turkey, there's some dressing.
Right.
No, it was regular lunch. It was regular lunch. And as parents, we were supposed to bring something for the kids. So I did, baby, go through the line, get your lunch.
Come on, AJ. Man.
Baby, go through the line, get your lunch. Yeah, man. Yeah. And then I sat there and ate her string cheese because she didn't want it. So that's what I did today. I had a good time with my baby, though. She was glad to see me.
Very good. Good.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they'll do one of those over at Southern University and I can go and surprise my big baby for her lunch.
You haven't found out yet?
They don't do that? They don't do that on the college level?
I mean, because Thanksgiving next Thursday. Isn't school out next week?
Yeah, no, they don't do that on the college level. I'm gonna have to homeschool her through college, bro. She need to come back home.
Well,
I miss her.
She'll do it for a little while. Maybe first 2 years she'll do that. Then Dad, no, not even this year. Nope.
She ain't even talking about doing it now. I had to explain to her that Thanksgiving was for her mother. Like you can't go with your friends that you just met to their house for Thanksgiving. Your mama done sent you off for the first time. Bring your butt home. So I done had to pay extra to get her home because she didn't understand. Her and her little brother, or her big brother, my youngest son, they don't understand that, bro. They both went off to school thinking that now they can just grown. They can go where they want. No, the holidays are your mom's.
Yeah.
Those belong to your mother. You can do everything else on any other day, but holidays, they belong to your mom. So anyway, Kris Gardner, let's see. The way the Longhorns were shooting.
Don't put that up there.
I'm putting that up there.
No, don't put that up there.
Maybe a Texas Final Four. So what is he talking about? U of H, Baylor, UT, Arkansas in the Final Four. There you go.
That's not a Texas Final Four.
Well, who else did he think was going to be there?
You put it up there. Let's do Baylor.
You leave all that alone. That's
Baylor, Texas, Houston, Texas Tech.
How you going?
TCU? I want all Texas Final Four. So the country.
There, you better put
Texas plays basketball too, not just football. We shine hoops too.
Willie Gibson he shut it down.
Oh, I know Willie Gibson.
Willie said, please stop.
What's that 5 straight L's, Willie? You too, Mr. Cavaliers, right? Isn't that right, Mr. Cavs? You too, right, Cavs?
Hey. Cavaliers, Atlanta, right up there near the top, bro. You leave them alone. Cavaliers,
I'm saying, aren't they on a 5-game losing streak?
No, they just taking a break. They taking an early season break.
Okay, because Detroit's taking a long season break. You know,
they ain't losing. They're not losing.
They're gonna be in a break all year with their injuries and everything. So
it's getting petty. Keith Hennick, it's getting hot in here. But don't take off none of your.
Man, TSU. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank y'all, man. Let's stay back to the conversation that we're gonna have about the battle in third ward. Yeah. Is that Detroit's record? I don't even know what it is. I know it's bad. I know it's bottom of the division. I know that.
I think he's talking about the Tech.
Rockets 3-12 too. So they might both be 3-12.
He talking about the Rockets. That's what he's talking about.
You know,
You leave Willie alone. Don't Willie. We love you. We love you, Willie.
But TSU, the battle of Third Ward last night, sir.
It wasn't no battle.
It was to be expected.
I wanted them to play better. I wanted them to.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, Coach Jones did not use it as an excuse, but this was their third game in 4 days.
Yeah.
They played Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Yeah.
The last game of that 3 against the third-ranked team in the country.
Right.
Potentially soon to be second-ranked team if they win in Oregon on Sunday.
Right.
That's a lot to ask. You know, Coach said the players probably happy because it's better than practice.
Yeah.
But still, Coach, 3 games in 4 days, man, that takes a toll. I don't care how young your team is. You know.
Let me tell you something, man. All I can say is this: by the time they get to SWAC play, they'd have seen it all, bro.
Oh yeah, and let me tell you, Willie Gibson, all mad. CJ, TSU got a freshman on that squad, Zyterius Mortle, Mortle. Young fella got a bright future. 6'2", about 200 pounds already. Athletic, strong. Scored 15 against Houston last night, 7 for 11 from the floor. Only Tiger in double figures. He got buckets last night. They add to come SWAC play. Coach Sampson might be correct. TSU going back to the tournament.
Okay. But I got news for you. There's a team a little bit out west. Down 290.
Prairie View. Oh, I'm looking forward to SWAC play, man. Those 2 matchups, PV and TSU, I'm looking forward to that. Grambling beat Colorado.
Yeah.
Colorado beat Tennessee.
Yeah.
At Tennessee. You know,
Yeah.
SWAC play strong. So Grambling, TSU, and PV all beat Pac-12 teams this year.
Yeah, came away from that Pac-12, whatever you
Legacy series, series,
3-2.
3-3.
3-3. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. All right. Okay. So let's
also another observation. Now, this is not petty, I'm about to say. It's just an observation.
It sounds like it.
Just an observation.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gibson.
Yes.
Most likely, last night's attendance inside Tillman's building will be the most attended by people that look like us the entire season.
Oh, absolutely.
Say that again, sir. Why you say that?
Because.
But what is that saying about certain people? About certain my alma mater. What does that say?
Y'all don't reach out to us's.
You said it.
I ain't lying.
You didn't. I didn't say you were lying.
Okay.
Nope. No, sir. Sold our crowd.
Yeah.
And I was glad to see it. And I'm gonna be petty. I was not the only one of us in media section last night. Rarity this season. We talk off air after the show. Seriously, call me because I got some stuff to tell you about after the fact.
Okay. All right.
I put on my big boy pants after the fact. So yeah.
Okay.
But Jackson State beat Texas Tech. That's women's side. On the fellas side.
Yeah.
Jackson State's it. I'm not sure anybody else from the SWAC on women's side is going to win a Pac-12 matchup. I just don't see it.
Yeah. And they're 2-2 on the season. And again, she's getting that team ready for postseason play. What she's doing now, she's sowing the ground for postseason play because they were that close against LSU last year.
Yeah, they are still the best team in the SWAC by far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, again, now Coop gave them something to, something to think about last
because
year.
of the scenario. It's one and done. If they just have one off game in SWAC tournament play, they're done until the committee decides to expand the tournament to 96 teams or 128 or whatever the hell they want to do.
Right.
So
right. Yeah. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining us here on Throwback Thursday. We got to take another break. Lunch break powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. We'll be right back right after this.
Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
We back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. And you got a Roku streaming device, you got to download BS3 TV. If you don't have a Roku streaming device, you ain't out of luck. Just go to www.bs3network.com. Thank me later. All right, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant went down the lineup. He said, you got me. You got this dude, you got that dude, you got another dude over there, and then some dude we just met. And we supposed to try to win with that just because I'm out there. Give me your thoughts on his statement.
What he said to Kris B. Haynes made a lot of sense. A lot of real talk. Some of his comments about what he said about what he told the front office this offseason, wanting to be coached harder, practice, and not just shoot around. That's a shot at Steve Nash. And that shoot around stuff is more a Mike D'Antoni philosophy. Shoot around to nothing at all on game days. But to a point, he's right. How many players on the Nets right now with Ben Simmons dealing with his own issues? What other teams want besides Kevin Durant?
Normally, I would say Kyrie, but they don't want him now. So
yeah, maybe Seth Curry for a 3-point shooting.
Yeah,
and maybe Joe Harris, Cam Thomas because he's young and an up and coming scorer. But other than that, nobody wants these folks besides KD.
So let me play not devil's advocate, but let me give an alternative point of view. What does that say to those guys when a guy says, with him, with Kris, with Willie, with CJ, y'all expect me to win with that? What does that say to those guys?
We need to talk in the locker room, because in a sense, I know where he's coming from, because he said he likes the challenge of leading them and helping them get better, helping lead Cam become a better player, helping them get better. But it's real talk. Reality is they're not a great team. They're not great players, great individuals. So they could talk in the locker room, away from the microphones and everything. Yo, man, Katie, what do you mean by this? Are you saying we're trash? What are you saying about it? Let them clear the air on that. Because KD could say, or Jacques Vaughn could say, we all have roles on this squad, on any squad. Be a star in your role. Because I'm going to clean it up. But KD could say to any of those teammates, you know who I am, right? I am Kevin Durant. You're not. But my job is to make you better so we can be better as a team. Now, if it came across to you in the article differently, let's clear the air, get on the same page about it. And that's how I handle it, in the locker room.
Yeah.
Great comments to Kris B. Haynes, because, and let me be clear on this. Got mad respect for Kris B. Haynes, okay? What KD said to Haynes, he would not say the Woj. Okay? And folks...
And good.
Yes, and go with what I'm saying, but not saying.
Right.
There are times when players are more comfortable with certain members of the media and will give them more direct, straight to the heart comments than it would get to other media.
Right. And again, good. Yeah. Woj don't need to break everything. Adam Schefter on the NFL side don't have to break everything. So it reminds me of when James Harden was trying to get out of here, and he made some similar comments about players until one dude said, all right, enough is enough. And that was Boogie Cousins.
Yes.
And Boogie got in his throat. I'm sorry, and Boogie got in his area.
Yeah.
And said, look at here. You can want to go all you want, but you're not going to talk down to us on your way out. And all of that changed until he got traded. All of that changed until he got traded. Is there anybody in that locker room that will go to Kevin and say, listen, I hear what you're saying, but you ain't going to talk about me like that?
You tell me. Look at the roster.
Yeah.
I mean, is one of the twins on that roster, one of the Morris twins?
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they won't fight with each other, but they'll punch you in your mouth.
So, because James, I think directly said, we're not good enough.
Yeah.
Just point blank.
Right.
KD was kind of more diplomatic. Look at who I got over here, man. look at this lineup. Do you think we're going to win a championship with this squad like it is? That's a fact. They're not.
I'm going to say something, though, that you might not agree with. Willie might not agree with. Those of us who know this stuff intimately might not agree with. That statement alone helps me understand why it didn't work in Oklahoma City, why it did work in Golden State, at Golden State.
Yeah.
And why it has not worked in Brooklyn. Because Kevin Durant, one of the two best players in the game right now, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, one of the three best players in the game right now, but he still doesn't have that other piece where he can do what LeBron did, where he can do what Michael did. Michael didn't win those championships by himself.
Right.
But Michael did get his team to the playoffs and was doing what he was doing until he got the help that got him over the top. Kevin and Russ by themselves couldn't do it, but Kevin Russ and Serge Ibaka and Kendrick Perkins and those other dudes, they made it to the finals.
Well, another part of KD's comments to Haynes was about his leadership. Y'all expect me to talk to Kyrie, a grown man, about, just in general, his leadership viewpoint is different.
Yeah, I get it.
He doesn't lead like LeBron leads.
And that's why I say
like Giannis leads.
Right. That's why it's different with those dudes. And I don't care as much as you like or don't like Kevin Durant, as much as you like or don't like Kyrie Irving. They're not those dudes.
Right.
And they won't have the same results as those dudes as long as they're the ones leading.
Like Steph. Steph is the leader of the Warriors. Okay, Draymond talks the most, but when it comes down when it comes down to leading the team, getting everybody united on the same page, that's Steph. That's not KD.
And that's what I said. KD plugged in and got his chips at Golden State. But when KD had to drive some, he couldn't sustain it. And as far as we know, he can't sustain it. Kyrie, same thing. He plugged in with LeBron. But since then, he can't sustain it when he's got to drive some.
And that's what separates the elite from everybody else.
Right.
And KD's still a hell of a player.
I give him that.
Okay, and we give him that. That's no argument. But when that extra, he's not that dude.
Yeah.
He's more that dude, but he's got better talent on the Olympic teams.
Yeah.
But those teams are way more talented than his Brooklyn team.
Yeah.
But that's leadership being that dude. It's not really him.
So let me say this. I'm not building a team around Kevin Durant. I'll add him to my team, but I'm not going to build a team around him. So that way, when Kevin leaves, I still got my team. When Kevin checks out, and Kevin does check out,
yes,
I still have my team. Brooklyn is a mess because they acquiesced to Kevin and Kyrie.
Yes, sir.
Coaching, general managing, player moves, and all that, and now this is what they have.
Because let's go back. KD and Kyrie wanted Steve Nash to coach. You didn't know how Steve Nash, his philosophy of coaching and being soft, not you know that beforehand.
Till they didn't.
And now after the fact, now that he's gone, well, I want to be Coach Harder.
Yeah.
Wait, man,
Yeah.
you pushed for this man for the job. So yeah.
Yeah. And I tell people all the time, be careful changing everything because somebody say we should do this, we should do that. Listen, there are other places where they do those things. So why are you not there? Why are you not over there where they're doing that other? If you want to do that, go do that over there. But over here, this is what we doing. Let me take our bottom of the hour break. We'll be right back. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review on the lunch break, powered by JM&E.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Changing the way you watch TV. I like it. That's BS3 TV. Roku streaming device. Download BS3 TV and you'll be glad you did. All right. Back with Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. Throwback Thursday here on the lunch break. Kris, again, Kevin is Kevin. Kyrie's Kyrie. From what I understand, Kyrie may be back as early as this weekend.
Whenever the next game is, yeah, he's apparently completed everything, all the steps that the Nets organization asked him to finish. So he'll be back on the court soon.
All righty. All righty.
Indeed.
Huh?
Indeed. Yes. All righty. Yep.
All righty. I'm trying to stay out of trouble, Doc. I need my coins. Listen, is Coach Silas in trouble?
See, there you go. Oh man.
I ask questions.
Yeah. Let me see. How can I answer this question without divulging what I've heard this week? How can I answer this question?
Yeah, we didn't talk about what you heard this week, so I must just be in the spirit. Come on here.
Yeah. He needs to win some games. Let me just put it like that. He needs to win some games.
All right. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna tell you now. If he is in trouble and he gets let go, I don't care who they bring in. I don't. I'm not gonna be excited about it. I'm not gonna be happy. Man, I might be interested if it's somebody like Mark Jackson. I might be interested.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. I already know.
Yeah.
I already know.
Yeah.
Again, to me, that's just I know folks don't want me saying that, but that's the black eye of the NBA. That's
but let me make you even less happy. Do you remember who was one of the finalists for the job before Steven Silas got the job? Who?
Van Gundy. I mean, again, what did I say before we got to this point of the conversation? I'm not going to be the least bit interested. I won't give a darn. That's that man's team. And if that man decides he wants to bring in that joker who talks a much better game than he does anything else, if that's what you want to do, then do that. I'm not going to waste no time on it. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I'll do my job. But, Doc, I'm not going to be sitting there listening to that foolishness. I'm not.
And let me say, JVG as the next coach has not been discussed his name has been tossed out mainly because he was a finalist for the job previously. But when I said that Coach Silas needs to win some games soon, he needs to win some games soon.
I hear you. Yeah, I've learned to stop worrying about billionaires' problems. They ain't my problems. I'm not going to make them my problems. I cover the team. Period. Point blank in the discussion. All right, let's jump over to the college side again. Again, U of H doing their stuff. Is it too soon to get excited about like the Texas win over Gonzaga, the Michigan State win, the who beat Duke? Somebody beat Duke recently.
Kansas.
Yeah. Is it too early to get excited about that stuff?
Media wise, yes. Fans are going to root, overhype everything. That's what fans do. Because I mean, Houston and the Horned scrimmage in San Antonio, and it's a scrimmage, but the Cougs, quote unquote, won that scrimmage. Depending on who you ask. I mean, when they played, scrimmaged against the main core, Houston won. When we went deep to the bench, the Longhorns did better.
Yeah, gotcha.
But hey, Longhorns beat Gonzaga by 19 last night. Houston has not played a team of that caliber yet this non-conference season. They play Oregon Sunday night, 8:30 on ESPN, 8:30 Central Time. So it's going to be a late finish for that game.
Right.
Oregon is a Power 5 program, but Oregon has already lost to UC Irvine.
Right.
UC Irvine is not a Power 5 program. So if Houston thumps Oregon, well, they would have done what UC Irvine already did. So we'll see how it all plays out. But Coach Sampson he knows, I think he realized this team is good, but he's tempering expectations because he's coached great teams. He said last night as well that he's coached great teams, and this team, he doesn't know how this team will be. But you listen to him, I think he has a sense this team could be special.
Yeah, okay. and that makes sense. That makes sense because you get something nice, you don't run it into the ditch as soon as you get it.
Right.
You got to take your time with it. Donna Coleman-Holman, if the Rockets want to win, Mark Jackson could actually create a championship team and give them the best opportunity to win again. They don't want Frank Vogel. Yeah, they don't want Jeff Van Gundy either. They don't want Jeff or Stan. They don't want anything with a Van Gundy in it. So, but anyway, let's switch gears. I want to take some time to kind of talk about this.
Oh, but let me ask you:
Go
Have
ahead.
you seen what Coach Sampson said about HBCUs last night? Have you seen that clip I sent you?
I'm sorry, I missed it. Go ahead, tell me what I missed.
Yeah, I sent it to you text and in the messenger.
Okay.
But near the end, and it's already on my YouTube channel as well, and I think I tweeted it too, and put on Instagram and TikTok because it's important to me. He was talking about the players, the best player roles. Everybody. He tells every player what the role is. So there's no, well, coach, I didn't know my role. Okay, yeah, you did because I told you. But during that talk, he went off tangent for a little bit and talked about his love for HBCUs. And I encourage everybody, TSU alum, HBCU alum, period. Okay? TSU, Grambling, Alcorn, PV, FAMU, Bethune-Cookman, everybody. MEAC schools, everybody. Watch that clip because he said it. He's a big fan of HBCUs. He's a huge fan of HBCUs. He was proud of TSU's win over Arizona State. Yeah, go view it because it's everywhere. I put it everywhere for me. Make sure everybody got it. Yes.
Willie, I'm going to take that as a little bit of shade. Let me find the doggone clip, Willie, so you don't have to go look for it. Let me find the clip. Keep talking, Chris.
Yeah. But he mentioned something, Coach has been doing this 34 years. He also said, because he gave credit to the Pac-12 for scheduling the series with the SWAC schools and going to the SWAC schools, Arizona State went to TSU. Washington State went to the Hill to play PV. It's not too often that happens. So he said all that. One of the reasons he's big on supporting HBCUs because of Ben Jobe and coaches like Ben Jobe in the SWAC, other HBCUs who helped teach him when he was a younger head coach. If you don't know who Ben Jobe is, a legendary coach. Okay, legendary coach. But another thing Coach Sampson mentioned, back in the day in those early trips to the Final Four, only a few coaches, certain coaches, would even talk to him when he was a young buck. It was Coach Jobe and other HBCU coaches who looked out for him, taught him the ropes. So you know what that implies as well, sir.
Right.
Okay.
I do.
He said he has never forgotten what HBCU coaches have done for him, and they were the only schools that would schedule him.
Yeah,
when he was younger.
Hold on, man. I think I got the link. Give me a second. Let's take a quick break. I'm gonna pull this link up. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break. Look, Willie Gibson, just hold on a second, Willie. Be right back right after this.
That's why we here on this platform.
Marriage, a loving splendor, a daily grind. Such is the case when Damien and Jamie get together and chop it up, for marriage is real.
Let's just lay it all out here. Let's just be real with it.
Join this wonderful couple who keeps it real and always in love. BS3 Network proudly presents Marriage is Real, where love is the only thing that matters. Live every Tuesday at 8:30 Central. Oh, and Jamie has something to say.
Deuces and trays.
All right, we're back. I still don't know what she's saying at the end. I don't know what she's saying at the end. I don't have it, Kris. I don't have it. Because I thought I had it, and then what it was you and me talking about the NCAA and why they don't.
Let me make sure, because I know I sent it to your messenger as
Forward
well.
it to me again, and
yeah, I'll do it right now.
Okay.
That explains why you didn't get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll do it right now.
Okay, because I mean that's compelling, that's provocative. I wanna hear that. I want to hear that. All right, so and while we're waiting for that, I want to talk about.
There we go.
Okay, there it is. Okay, hang on. Let me shoot this over to myself. AJ, bang. Live radio, y'all. I mean, live TV, y'all. Live TV. All right, hang on. Let me go over here. There it is. Okay, so now, and it's a YouTube clip. So,
yeah.
Okay, I want to do what?
I think you can share the screen. You just got to go through some steps to.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Hold on.
It ain't hard to share a screen, man. I learned how to do that from Andy, so he taught me. So
I got a whole bunch of stuff open. So hold on. Let me see. All right, I think you might be right. We might just be able to share the screen. Hold on a second.
Hey, have you ever heard something like this before?
And then there's that.
Who wants to make $1 zillion online without having to do it? Okay. Just send me the money and I'll make all your
skip ads. All right.
Not to get off subject, but
okay, I'm coming back. Let me get back to where I can share my screen, present, share screen, Chrome tab. Here it is. All right.
I'm a big HBCU fan. Huge HBCU fan. And I want to applaud the Pac-12 conference for what they just did. I wish schools could give HBCU schools a chance to show people what they have and who they are. It's getting better. The long way from big where it needs to be. But Texas Southern, right over here around the corner, that is a
perennial NCAA tournament team. They've got a fantastic coach who has big time experience. I've been on Johnny Jones since, most people don't know Johnny's almost as old as I am. I've been around, I've been around a long time now. Johnny, I think, was born in 61, I was born in 55, so 6 years. So Johnny's about 61. Johnny was assistant coach at LSU, and I was assistant coach at Washington State. But Johnny's experience, his basketball intelligence, his the quality of person he is, how he goes about his business. Mike Davis is a good friend of mine. So is Johnny. They're lucky to have Johnny Jones. I tell you, Southern's going to run another great year. They'll go to this AA tournament, and they're the team who don't want to play in the first round. This team's going to get better. Their big, strong center didn't play last night. They brought him back tonight. I don't know what the deal was, but that team's well put together. They're going to have a good year, and I'm happy for them. And I'm proud of Byron Smith at Prairie View for being having the opportunity to play a Pac-12 school at home. I'm proud of Grant. Proud of Alcorn State. And those were the only schools I could get to play with when I was a young coach. And so I've always pulled for them. I remember coaching against Ben Joey. I remember coaching against all of those older coaches because I was just a young buck. We go to the Final Fours, and those were always the guys who would come up and be nice to me, and so I just had tremendous respect for them. So, but shout out to the Pac-12. The coaches that lost those games, they didn't have any fun doing it. But that was a big deal because I swelled with pride when I saw those games.
If you're a Texas homeowner, 2022 is your last chance to go solar.
All right, Kris.
In December.
I'm killing that. You back there? You still there?
Yep.
That's powerful.
Yes.
That's powerful. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. I like him a lot. And that just solidifies my appreciation and respect for him.
And I guess disclosure, I am, recently invited to be on the board of directors for the racism basketball games that will take place in the next few weeks here in college basketball, and Coach Sampson's part of that as well. So
okay.
So and hey, I've been doing this a long time, but I have not forgotten, nor will I forget where I came from and who helped me get to where I am.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely,
any chance I get to show love to HBCUs and give appreciation to Ralph Cooper and William Sickney and Mike Terry and Ralph Wiley and Brian Burwell and all those guys before me, I will do so proudly.
Absolutely. Very well said, man. Very well said. All right, let's segue that into our last segment before we go. Time sure flies when you're having fun with Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. So the Republican Party decided that the election was stolen in 2020, and all across the country, they put unnecessary voting restrictions and processes in place that literally just, again, I'll take the voter suppression out of it. It's definitely suppression to me, but I'll take that out of it. It just made it more complicated than it needed to be. In particular, here in Harris County, that has predominantly voted blue forever, but the state has been run by the Republican Party for over 25 years and had a Republican governor here since Ann Richards.
Democratic governor, yeah.
Democratic governor since Ann Richards. And now all of a sudden, because some of the other polling places, not ours, we used to waiting in line. We used to voting machines not working. We're used to some, rigmarole, bull,
running out of paper, whatever. Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
We're used to that. But now that a couple of their polling places had some issues with the processes that were put in place by the Republican governor, by the Republican Attorney General, by the Republican Lieutenant Governor, by them. Now all of a sudden, we got an investigation in Harris County?
Yeah.
How? I'm not doing House Sway no more because that's that other dude. How's that the case?
Well, because they care now because their constituents were impacted.
Okay.
We've been complaining about difficulties and problems at the polls forever, for a long time.
A voting process for a person of color in a low-income area, predominant Black area, is a multi-hour event. Period, point blank, in the discussion.
And black and brown. Yeah. Yeah. People of color.
Got it.
People of color. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But now, it wasn't an issue.
now our European brothers and sisters got to wait in line a little bit. They paper done run out. They don't have somebody bringing the resources over. Now all of a sudden it's a whole doggone investigation.
Yeah. It's funny how that works. And I'm serious, brother. I'm telling you, as soon as you can after the show, call me because I got something similar to this, but call me. But it's similar to people who question when we tell that we have been discriminated against or any job or anything. I still get issues as a media person, credential, by teams, whatever. And if I tell someone about it, Kris, that really happened to you. Why would I lie? You know what I'm saying? Why would I make that stuff up?
That's my point. I just don't understand how people just won't accept that your experience might not be my experience.
Yes.
Your issues might not be my issues. But if we are all in the same community, let me have my issues, but help me with my issues. But don't discount my issues and don't make it investigation when you get a chance to experience what I've been experiencing for decades.
Yes. I mean, that's fact.
And I don't see nobody investigating how excuse me, be nice, AJ. How did the governor win Uvalde County? You ain't changed one thing up there. Yep. You haven't taken away one bullet. You haven't taken away one magazine. You haven't taken away one AR-15. You haven't done one doggone thing, but you won Uvalde, and we supposed to just think like, oh yeah, it wasn't even close. No, bro, run of an investigation up there.
9 million eligible voters did not vote in Texas.
9.6 million. A record.
That's a problem.
A record.
But because they won, oh well, it's not a problem. Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. So yeah, the Republicans have taken back control of the House. I'm going to be very interested to see if they're going to keep the January 6th commission in place or if they are going to do away with them. We also saw some craziness in voting for interracial marriages. You got a Speaker of the House that, I'm sorry, you got a McConnell is what? The minority leader in the Senate.
Senate, yes.
Minority whip in the Senate. In a interracial marriage, voting against it because you can't go along with the Democrats. You just can't go along with that. You can't do it.
It doesn't. A lot of this stuff doesn't make sense. Okay, common sense ain't always common. I mean, that's it right there.
That's what my grandmama used to say.
Too many people choose to make all this stuff hard.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be.
Yeah. I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm gonna get off. The tangibles people, the tangibles crowd, Ice Cube and Killer Mike, and why the hell they always show up during election time with tangibles, but then after the election, I don't see them sitting down with Kemp. I don't see them sitting down with Abbott. I don't see them sitting down with McConnell. And the fact that you sat down with or tried to sit down with Trump, did you check the date and the calendar and what was prevalent at that time? Re-election, bro. The only reason why the man talked with you is because he was trying to get reelected and he needed some more of the black vote. So are you that ignorant? And where are all these tangible people after the election? Where are all the tangible people when it's time to meet with the folks that they wanted to get elected?
Yeah. Stand up and speak out when it's not popular. Okay, when it's not election time.
All right.
You know, we stand true 365. 24/7, 365. Hey, I'm just putting it out there. And,
yeah, well, I'm just
and that
tell
probably
you,
is why I have not gotten as far as I probably could have. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm still grinding, keeping pushing forward.
Okay. All right. Well, if folks don't get more educated on the voting process, it's not one person, one president is not going to change anything.
Yes.
One president is not going to change. Not one governor, one mayor. You need people around them that can help enact an agenda that will affect you and your family and your community positively. So this whole, well, I ain't getting no tangibles back for my vote, so I'm just not going to vote. It's really borderline ignorant. It shows you don't know what you're talking about. So
and to add as you wrap it up, how, with that mindset, how will things change if you don't vote? Yeah. Because you know who will vote and continue to vote? The folks who do not share your mindset.
Right. Well, brother, listen, we'll have to do this again. We might have to do politics with Kris and AJ one day. We'll figure something out, man. Tell everybody where they can find you and follow you and what you got coming up.
Thank you again, brother, for the opportunity to be on the lunch break. HoustonRoundballReview.com, Houston Roundball Review on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Twitter, VHR Review. Let's see, my man. We did a post-game show last night of the Houston Cougars TSU win. There'll be a post-game show, Let's Rage Cougs, after the Houston Cougars football game against East Carolina on Saturday.
East Carolina's going to win that game, by the way.
Oh, yes. I firmly believe that. No question. We'll win that game, but we're going to talk about it. Andy Yanez and Dayon Dunlap. I'll be at Tillman's building watching the Houston Cougars women's team play Florida State, 4 p.m. Central Time. And then, like I touched on it, Sunday night, Rockets play the Warriors in town. And then after that, Cougs on the road in Eugene, Oregon, play the Ducks. We'll have a post-game show. All of that will be on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. We're going to fit in folks talking sports somewhere on Sunday afternoon before I go to the building and watch the Rockets and the Warriors. So everything, just go to HoustonRoundballReview.com. One more time, man. Since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective.
There it is. Love you as always, brother. We'll talk soon, okay?
Call me, brother. Truly, call me soon.
I'm going to.
Take care. All right, love you.
All right, man. All right, y'all. Listen, we got to get ready to go. Of course, for those of you trying to compete in the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, got to have your picks by tonight, 6 o'clock. Don't forget, give me your picks by tonight, 6 o'clock. Thursday night game, all of the Sunday games, and then for the Monday night game, give me the exact final score of both teams, and get that to me. You can text me, 832-403-5005. It's 832-403-5005. Or email me, aj@jonesmediaandent.com, aj@jonesmediaandent.com. Let me go through my picks real quick so you can see what I'm thinking, what I'm leaning towards. Tonight, I've got the Packers over the Titans. A number of Titans are out of that game, so I'm going Packers over the Titans. Packers are at home. For the Sunday game, got Ravens over the Panthers, got Commanders over the Texans, Eagles over the Colts in a big way. Jim Irsay is about to get real, player. It's about to get real. Eagles over the Colts, Rams over the Saints, Vikings over the Cowboys, Bengals over the Steelers, Falcons over the Bears, Browns losing to the Bills, Jets over the Patriots, Giants over the Lions, Broncos over the Raiders, KC over LAC, and then I've got the 49ers over the Cardinals. Let me do these again with no commentary whatsoever. Again, tonight, I've got the Packers over the Titans, Ravens over the Panthers, Commanders over the Texans, Eagles over the Colts, Rams over the Saints, Vikings over the Cowboys, Bengals over the Steelers, Falcons over the Bears, Bills over the Browns, Jets over the Patriots, Giants over the Lions, Broncos over the Raiders, Chiefs over the Chargers, and 49ers over the Cardinals. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. There's nothing you can do about it except for meet me here tomorrow for Freestyle Friday. All right, y'all take care. We'll talk to you then.
Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Thursday, November 17th, 2022. Number 1. The suspect in the mass shooting at the University of Virginia appeared in court via video Wednesday morning. Facing numerous charges, including second-degree murder, 22-year-old Christopher Darrell Jones is accused of fatally shooting 3 UVA students, Lavelle Davis Jr., Deshaun Perry, and Devin Chandler. Regarding the 2 injured victims, one student was treated and released, while the second student, identified as Mike Hollins, sustained more serious injuries according to his family. The UVA football running back has undergone 2 surgeries. Number 2. Pew Research Center has identified 10 ideological facts that separate Black Democrats and Republicans. As more and more young Black voters diverge from the Democratic Party, bridging these gaps can mean uniting us among civil rights issues that transcend the ballot. Today, only about 1 in 10 Black adults identify with or lean toward the Republican Party, and only 4% of Black registered voters said they would vote for the Republican candidate for the U.S. House seat in their district. Number 3. Health state officials are encouraging the immunization of children against flu and COVID-19 without making changes to its list of other vaccines required for school entry in the fall of 2023. The New Mexico Department of Health announced Wednesday its school immunization requirements for the next school year. There were no changes to the list of mandatory immunizations for maladies including measles, mumps, tetanus, polio, and chickenpox. Number 4. Jennifer Harris, a 31-year-old Black woman, was awarded $366 million by a Houston, Texas jury in late October after suing FedEx because she was fired in retaliation for complaining about racial discrimination. The judgment has been described as the largest jury verdict for a worker suing over racial bias and retaliation. All 8 jurors found FedEx guilty of retaliating against Harris for reporting discrimination to human resources, and most of that $366 million verdict came as punitive damages. Number 5. What a doozy Scorpio season was. As we rise from the depths of Scorpio season, we are given the opportunity to achieve new heights in Sagittarius season. The next 30-day cycle prepares us to build a stronger foundation based on the intensity of and the deep meaning of the lessons learned under the influence of the Taurian Scorpionic eclipses. Read more about it in today's What You Need to Know newsletter, brought to you by Ms. Astrology. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Let go of the nonsense of your past and live your life for today. All right. Join me today on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with NFL vet and now movie maker Greg Ellis as we discuss his new film, My Dear, along with comedian Rudy Rush. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, What You Need to Know, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.